Rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear brothers and sisters here. Assalamu alaikum. Kindly make use of the chat box, inshallah. Hope and pray you all are well and good, bismillah ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. Okay, alhamdulillah, dear sisters. So, alhamdulillah, we are heading forth towards the day 8 of this Canva Mastery course, and alhamdulillah, we are into the half of this journey into this course, right? Alhamdulillah. We have learned so many things in past 7 days, right? MashaAllah. And yes, sisters and brothers, inshallah, in upcoming days and today as well, you're going to learn few more important aspects of graphic designing, inshallah ta'ala. So be ready to get most out of this course, inshallah. Be ready, dear sisters and brothers, because you're going to learn so many aspects of editing, inshallah, in upcoming sessions and today's session as well. So, alhamdulillah, let's begin with a quick recap with the rectification of intentions. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Can you all let me know what did we learn in yesterday's session? We learned how to design the graphics, right? How to design the Quranic graphics, wherein we had to create the we had to put up the Quranic ayahs in the format of the flyers, right, dear sisters and brothers? Yes, I told you how to mind map things. I told you how you're going to put the things over, right? Get the content from, right? Hopefully, you all remember that doing it. Alhamdulillah, whatever you have submitted, the homeworks were excellently done, mashallah. All of the homeworks that you have submitted, dear sisters and brothers, it was excellently done, alhamdulillah. Yesterday, you had two homeworks, one to submit the Quranic graphics, and second was to submit any code, okay, any code that you have designed during the session, right? Okay, alhamdulillah. So here, this were some of the things that we had learned in yesterday's session, social media graphics, the codes, and some of the codes that we had designed together was something like this, right? These ones, mashallah, just look into these codes. How do they look like? Right? Did y'all try this along with me, or at least after this session? Recordings are available for you, dear sisters and brothers. If you have any doubts, you can ask me even after the class. I'll be ready to help you whenever you ask me, inshallah. Okay? So do not hesitate. Get your doubts clarified. Just give your 15 days, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, just give me your 15 days, inshallah. Just give this app 15 days. You will be able to crack down the software excellently, inshallah. So make sure you're practicing after the class, okay? Make sure you're practicing after the session. Fine. So see here, these were the graphics that were created with the audio. Okay, there's the audio playing up behind. Hopefully you're not hearing that, I guess, because the Zoom is not allowing the audio from this. So in this way, you can add a video to the background. You can add a photo to the background. You can create a graphic. You can create a video. You can create an animated GIF, right, with this. So see here, I also told you how to create it with the darker backgrounds, okay, with the dark backgrounds, how to create the whiter, how to highlight the textual contents, right? Also told you some other ways as well. Do you remember using the labels and more, right? See these things, using the quotes labels, and this one was done with, see here, with the labels. This was done with the labels, right? We also call this as a lower thirds of the labels, okay? Make sure you're using all of these steps, inshallah. Okay, so some of the codes that were created, okay, these were, what were this were the graphic footers and headers, right? Yes. And see here how beautifully we have touched this graphic. Remember, fonts and colors were the key to create the codes, right? Okay, the fonts, the colors, here the typography, we call this typography. We have typographed the text, right? Yes, font and color combinations. Just look into this design. Practice makes a man perfect. How does it look like? See the color combinations. Color combinations are important. Key. It plays an important role when you're just creating the graphics. Remember that. Okay, just look into those designs. These were some of the designs that were created in yesterday's session, right? Okay, alhamdulillah. Today, dear sisters and brothers, this was your homework. And today, inshallah, dear sisters and brothers, you're going to learn so many important aspects of editing or the graphic designing. One of the most important aspect of graphic designing is creation of the mockups, okay? I'll teach you what is a mockup, okay? How to create the mockups. You know, this is a separate branch of graphic designing. Okay, this branch of graphic designing is a separate course. You know, this is a separate course wherein the graphic designers spend lots of money to just learn creating the mockups. Okay, so inshallah, I'll teach you how you're going to create the mockups with the software, inshallah ta'ala. And today we're going to go ahead with the topics known as how to create your own course flyers, how to create the tutoring flyers, how to create the webinar flyers, how to create the service flyers. Okay. Service flyer is a very important, this is a very important topic. I am going to edit, we are going to edit together a service flyer for me or you, inshallah. We're going to start giving services from now itself, inshallah. We'll create one flyer together into the session, okay? Inshallah. I'll be teaching you all that, do not worry. Do not worry, inshallah. You'll be learning this, inshallah, in few minutes, okay? So let's begin. Be ready with the two devices. One to listen to the class, one to watch the session, one another device to practice live practice. If you cannot practice live into the session, please do it after the class, okay? If you cannot do something in the class, I want you all to do it after the session, fine? Okay, but make sure you're following the screen that I'm showing you all, inshallah, because that is important thing to go ahead with the designing, okay? Okay, alhamdulillah. Yesterday, hopefully you all remember what were we creating? We were creating a post, right? We were creating the social media graphics, okay? Now you can convert this, dear sisters and brothers. This is your design, right? You can convert this design into the videos. You can convert it into the any format. For example, now you want to post this onto the Instagram video or Instagram post, Instagram story, Facebook story, WhatsApp story. You can just resize this, okay? You can just resize this. Within seconds, your design will be resized. You have a button over here, as already told. It is called as resize button, fine? So this is how you're going to create social media graphics. We have touched all of the all of the concepts, all of the social sites with this social media graphics. Okay, you just create one graphic in any way. For example, this is the dimension for Facebook post. Okay, Facebook post. Now you want to post this as an Instagram status. Then what you're going to do? You just have to resize this design, same design, and make it in the Instagram status format, status dimension. Okay, at that time it will be appearing in the portrait manner. Portrait is nothing but length. The height would be bigger and the width would be lesser, right? Okay, landscape would be something like this. Width would be greater, height would be lesser, correct? Okay, so in that way you can just resize this design within second. Okay, just click on the resize and then you can just Instagram story, you can just copy and resize. Okay, entire page or single page, whatever you want, within seconds it will resize it and give it for you, dear sisters and brothers. Understood? So you can, this post you can use it for multi-purpose. Understood? You can use it here, you can use it there, you can use it in any other way. Whichever social site you want, you can use it. Okay, just a bit of corrections you need to do when you're going to give a resize. Okay, this is a pro what we see, premium feature that you have with you, inshallah. Make use of this, inshallah, utilize it to the best, inshallah ta'ala. So now, dear sisters and brothers, these were the graphics that we had created. Okay, have you all downloaded it? Kindly let me know whether you have downloaded it. How to download this? Share it. Download it. How? Let me download it as JPG format. JPG is nothing but best for sharing. This is the dimension for Facebook post. Okay, Facebook post will go well on the WhatsApp post also. I can post this on the WhatsApp also. It can go well on the Instagram post also, but doesn't goes well on the Instagram reel. So you can just go and resize as an Instagram reel if you want. But for now, I can go ahead with posting it as a post, right? As a post, as a graphic on the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Okay, all of this it will support. So I'll just export it. How to export it? Best for sharing JPG. Okay, in the JPG format, I'll just with an increased quality, with an increased size, I'll just download it up. Okay, within seconds it will be downloaded. Done. Okay, come on, do this activity with me. Did you all download whatever post you had created yesterday? Yes, most of you have downloaded and submitted to me, mashallah. Okay. So if you are with a laptop, dear sisters and brothers, what does it create is it creates a zip file, okay? Zip file. So I want you all to extract the zip file and keep. Make sure you are extracting that zip file, okay? Wherever you are downloading, go to the downloads and extract it and keep as a different photos. Fine? Okay, so the JPG is downloaded. Now I'll show you something, okay? Something called as mockups, okay? Just go to the apps, and type mockup. Okay, there is something apps here on the left side or in the bottom of the smartphones. There is something called as apps. Can you all see that? And you just have to type mockups there. Mockup. MOCKUP. Fine. Please try this over. MOCKUP. Search for it. Okay, the very first mockup that you get over here, just click on it. The very first one. I already told you, mockup is an excellent branch of graphic designing where you are creating the mockup of a post. For example, just look into this post, dear sisters and mother brothers. Okay, okay. Think that you are into a business, okay, wherein you are customizing this one. What we say, customizing the photos on the mugs. Okay, so how do you deal with that? How would you deal with this? You just have to put that mockup here. See, I'll show you how to do that. Once you are done with mockup, you just have to insert that mug. Okay, mug is inserted. Done. Mug is inserted. Now think that you are into a business of customizing the photos on a photos or something like that on the mug, and you want to create this graphic. Okay. Now this is a cup. Fine. This is a mug. Now you want to put your images there. Insert your images there. How do you do that? Go to the uploads or go to the gallery. Okay. If you are with the laptop, go to the uploads and upload the file, whatever the codes you have generated right now recently. You can just go ahead with that. For example, these were the codes that were inserted. So what I'll do, prevention is better than cure. I'll add this quote over here. Okay, just upload the code and get it from the Canva. Oh, it will be over here, and put it up here. You just have to drag it towards this image, green and blue image. Within seconds, this cup will take the shape, this photo will take the shape of this cup, this mug. Got it? So this is called as mock-up creation. Okay, it is not actually being put up on the mug, right? It's the mock-up that we have created. Okay, I'll show you few other mock-ups. Okay, into the t-shirt businesses, if you want to create your own models, okay, we call it as a even you can just generate the mock-ups there. Fine, I'll show you how you're going to go ahead with this. Go to the apps, create a mock-up. Okay, you can even type it on the elements, dear sisters and brothers. Fine, on the elements as well. If you want to type mockups, you'll get the mockups. You'll get beautiful mockups. Fine. For example, okay, let's take this as a mockup. Okay, this is a screen. Okay, this is a screen. You're putting your images on the screen. Do you think you can do that? Yes, you can. You know, you can put your whatever you want on the billboards as well. For example, I'll just go ahead with the gallery. I'll grab this. Practice makes man perfect. I'll add it to the page. Now I'll just insert it inside this. Okay, this is how it works. How does the mockup work? You just can insert any amount of images, any type of image inside the mockup. You can fit it in perfectly. Let me just make sure, because this is not proper fitting for this. So I'll just apply the changes. I'll make it smaller and apply the changes. Practice makes a man perfect. Can you see that? This is called as a mockup. What is a mockup? Wherein you're going to create, see here, if you want to add the codes onto this mockup, for example, I'll just add it over like this. Okay. Now I'll add the images from the gallery. Okay. It feels like a real piece, right? Something that's real. Okay. Yes or no? If you remember me, it feels like it's really being put up there, right? Okay. Come on, I'll show you with this bottle as well. Just see here, there's a bottle here, right? Okay, there's this bottle here. How is it? It's having the inclinations, right? There is this thing like this. Fine. You can just, when you insert your poster there, it will actually be inclined and being put up. Okay, go to the gallery, insert whatever image you want. For example, prevention is better than cure. Let me add this itself. I'll add it over here. See, it will show you that part that will be visible from the front view. Okay, the front view of this. And this pattern you can create your own mockups, dear sisters and brothers. You have so many beautiful mockups. Go to the elements and search for the mockups. You will find so many beautiful mockups as a frames or as mockups as well. Just go to the mockups and see how beautiful frames you have in hand. See, your prevention is better than cure. You have got it on the watch if you want it. Okay. For example, if you want it on this, someone is picking up this. Okay. You know, usually while giving the business card service, we use these things. Fine. You know, while they create the cover pages of the books, we actually don't actually put it on the books. Okay, we don't actually put the cover page on the book. How do we do that? We just design it. We just design the book cover, and we'll just put the, for example, think that this is a book cover. Okay, think that this is an image that I made it as a book cover. Okay, what I do, I'll just take any book and I'll just put it over this book. Okay, it is a mock-up that is created. It's not the actual book cover, it's a mock-up. Okay, this is how we as a graphic designer work with the mock-ups. Understood? Yes or no? I want you all to play with this tool. Please play with this and create beautiful graphics. I want to see beautiful graphics created. Okay, how to export this? Again, go ahead with JPG. For example, if you want to put, you can try with your own images as well. Okay, please try this over now itself along with me. Add to page. Okay, let me insert inside this within a second. Okay, now we can easily export those. It feels like your image is put up there. Correct? Okay, hopefully all have understood this thing. Yes or no? If yes, we'll just go ahead with another topic now, inshallah. So this is called as mock-up. For example, think that you have something called as a table in this one, and now you want to place your image inside this mug. You can just go ahead with the gallery, take your image, whatever you have designed or what you want to design and what you want to put on this mug, you can just design it and put it over there. Any doubts, dear sisters and brothers? Hopefully you are not having any doubts, because this is a very easy task. You just have to drag and drop it, that's all. Okay, is my screen stuck? Come on, let me know. Okay, what is a markup? Markup is nothing but you are creating. Okay, alhamdulillah, it's all fine, right? So markup is nothing but you are creating a what we say, the duplicate copy of the product. So for example, the product is not where it seems to be in. Okay, it's not where it seems to be. For example, you just have created this. Okay, this is the graphic that you have created, but what, you're putting it up inside something else. Okay, it's actually not inside this, but you're mocking it up, right? So for example, usually in the t-shirt businesses and more, we use this thing. Okay, for example, the t-shirt mockups. I'll show you some of the. Usually, when you see the models wearing the t-shirts and something like that, they actually are not making them wear those. Okay, they're just creating the mockup image of that. Fine. I'll show you the t-shirt mockups. T-shirt. Okay, we have the models with t-shirt models. Let me go ahead with the t-shirt model. See here, this model that is putting up the t-shirt. Okay, I'll show you how you can just launch this over. Okay, I'll go ahead with PNG because the t-shirt is white color. So what I'll do is I'll take some logo. Think that I'm going to add this EDU-SITE wala logo here, add to the page. I'll put it inside this. That's all. Now see, it will cover it up. Okay, it's because it's white. I just need some blackish kind of logo. Can we drag something like this one? Add to page. See, this way you can make her wear whatever you like to. Okay, I mean whatever you want to design into. Okay, this way. Got it? This is called as mock-up creation. Usually nowadays they don't use the models. Okay, they don't use the realistic models. They create all the mock-up copy of it, mock-ups of it. Okay, remember that. Fine. Okay. So even while designing the t-shirts, we usually create the mock-ups, right? Okay. So this way you can just go ahead with it. Add to page. Okay. So make sure when you're having the colored t-shirts or something like that, make sure the colors align well. So usually you actually have to go with the PNG version with a transparent, what we say, transparent screen. You can just go ahead with this one instead of that. Transparent screen. Fine. This way. How to put the image in the markup? You just have to drag and drop. Drag, drop, drag, drop. Okay. Dual click to set it up. Dual left click to set it perfectly. Apply changes. Done. Okay, this is called as a mockup, and this is a very important branch of graphic designing where you have to know how you're going to create this stuff. Fine. Okay. So this can be done in various formats. If you want, you can do it with this, you can do it with lively images or whatever your sisters and brothers, okay? Something like this, you can create. Okay, you have so many mockups. Instead of t-shirt mockups, you can go ahead with some other mockups, for example, design mockups. You can just write design. Okay, you'll get a proper designs into which you can insert the shapes, corner design, aesthetic designs, border designs, and this you can insert your own photos or images, whatever you wish to. Okay, something like this you want to export, take this up and put your image into it. Okay, or if you want something like this, grab it up, put your image inside it. Okay, make sure you're cropping it perfectly. Okay, so this is called as mockup. Fine. I just want you all to remember this one and how to download this. If you want to download this over, share it, download it. Usually, when we give the services to the clients, we usually make use of this one, mockups. Fine. We create the mockups and give it to the clients. Okay, this is your copy. This is your finalized copy. And when they say that yes, good to go, then we go ahead with the printing. Okay, business cards. Okay, business cards. If you want to put this, we'll just put it up in this format and give it to the clients. Fine, inshallah, that will be shown in next few sessions. Okay, so alhamdulillah, we are done with creation of the mockups. You have learned how to resize the textual contents as well. Okay, so yes, sisters and brothers, hopefully you all understood these things, right? Inshallah ta'ala. So now we are going to go ahead with a topic known as creation of course flyers, creation of webinar flyers, the tutorial flyers, and then service flyers, inshallah. So whatever service you're going to provide to the clients, inshallah, we're going to go ahead with that topic first, okay? Usually, one or two in your, what we say, in your and dear ones or in the families, there will be someone who will be launching their own courses, fine? It might be you itself, or it might be someone in your locality, or someone in your friend circle, or someone around your relatives, okay? So once they know that once they come to know that you are a graphic designer, you are given this task of designing, right? So the very first thing that you can start with the providing services with would be this one, inshallah. So to provide the services, they actually, whenever you are going to go ahead with creation of the course flyers or the tutoring flyers or the what we say or service flyers, dear sisters and brothers, webinar flyers, service flyers, you must start with the dimension known as flyer dimension. Okay, flyer dimension or poster dimension. Tell me whichever you want to go ahead with, flyer or poster dimension. Okay, two in one, whichever you want to go ahead with, poster dimension or flyer dimension. Okay, fine, whichever you want. So I'll just go ahead with flyer dimension. Flyer, just write flyer. Portrait flyer is good to go with, so we'll just go ahead with portrait kind of flyer. Flyer, F-L-Y-E-R, flyer. Okay. Okay. So this is something on the screen, right? Okay. So now you can create whatever flyers you want to create with this. Okay, like the course flyer, the business flyers, the ads, whatever you want with this dimension you can create. Okay, because this is an excellent dimension that is usually being used by whichever what we say category you are going into. Fine, whichever category you are going into, this flyer will be good to go with. Fine, inshallah. So with that you can just start ahead with the designing. Okay. So now, dear sisters and brothers, whatever the course flyers that you had received while what we say while we were advertising, it was like this, right? This is also one among the course flyers, is it? Isn't it, dear sisters and brothers? This was one among the course flyers that you had received. So you can create all of these stuffs very easily. Okay, something like this. Okay, can you all tell me how did I create this? Any idea? Okay, now you all might find this very easy to go with, right? Yes. So what's being put up here? There's nothing extraordinary here. One simple background, okay? One simple background, okay? And then, yes, this is Canva made, okay? Then this is a label. This is a label with dual colors. This is something like power button I have taken. This is just a typography of textual content. I have used two textual contents here to show a bit 3D pattern. This one is fine EDU-SITE written. And then this is a logo that I've used. And then outside that, I have given a bordering of the golden color. See the color. And then I've taken this as the bordering up. And then everything is textual content. Can we just create a mock-up of this? Let's create it together, okay? Come on, let me see. We'll just not go into the textual content. We'll just create the mock-up of this, okay? So how do we create it? Let me not just create the same thing. What I'll do, I'll just create something similar to that, fine? Okay. So now what do we need? A beautiful background. So we'll just go ahead with the backgrounds, okay? So now, dear sisters and brothers, I'll show you how to select beautiful backgrounds before we are going to go ahead with the same topic, okay? Okay, if you are with a pen and book, please take one pen and book, okay? Or else if you are with the computers or the smartphones, go ahead with the notes and just write the notes over, okay? I want you all to go ahead writing these background names, okay? The keyword names for the elements. Please write it down now, okay? We don't have much time. We have to learn so many things today, but I want you all to write this. Around 50 names I'm going to give you. I want you all to write it with me, fine? The first name that we are going to write is geometric. Geometric. Come on, please try this over. Geometric. Search for it. Please write it down. Okay. See the screen? Write it down. That's all. See here, you will get geometric patterns when you write these things. Right? See, for example, like you can use this geometric patterns along with the photos. For example, I'll use this photo. Okay. I'll just flip it over like this and use it as a background photo. Position is to back, and then I'll just use it like this. Okay, it seems good for me. You can just make use of this keyword and get the geometric backgrounds. Got it? Okay, let me lower the transparency. Fine. If one background is done. Got it? You can use these things. Fine. Or else whichever geometric backgrounds. For example, if you want to use something like these. Okay, this is all in the landscape pattern. If you want, you just have to curve it over, flip it over, and then you have to put it like this and put it in the background. Send it to back, something like this. Position it to the back. To back. Got it? In this pattern, fine? Okay. So geometric background. Next one, metallic background. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, type it. Write it, type it, metallic. This is the keywords that you all have to remember. If you don't remember, at least write it down, okay? You know, usually the metallic feel. If you want to give your designs the metallic feel, you can go ahead with this. Okay, for example, this if you want to use as a background, and this if you want to use as what we say the elements, you can go ahead with this metallic elements. Okay, if you want, you can write the design like a pro here in the top. Okay, this is all the feel that you can create in your design. Whichever way you want, you can create your designs, fine? Okay, if you want to give this mesh look, you can even give your designs the mesh look. Okay, you can be more creative with these stuffs, dear sisters and brothers. Try it out, inshallah. Okay, for example, I'll just give it over and I'll just reduce the transparency. Okay, this is the ways that you can deal with the content, fine? Okay, the second thing is done. The third thing, you can just go ahead with silhouette, fine? SILHOUTTETTE, fine? Okay, you can give silhouette is nothing but it's a what we say the shadow kind of feel for the things. If you want man silhouette, tree silhouette, you can go ahead with those topics, fine? Okay, you can just go ahead with photos and see. Okay, these photos would be helpful. Man silhouette if you want something like the graphics on the silhouette, you will get it, right? Something like this. Okay, you can put it over wherever you want. It's a kind of a shade that you can use. Okay, elements if you want to use. You can create your own graphics with these stuffs. Fine. Okay. See here, simple graphic is created. Okay, you can just create your. This is just modeling. Now you can just write a code for this. This is done by you itself. Now we can create a beautiful code for this, dear sisters and brothers. Understood? Isn't it looking good? Excellently good. Okay, now I'll put some clouds over here. Now I can just write a beautiful code here and there. Done. So this way you can create your own graphics. Silhouette, yes, ILHOUETTE. Fine. Please write this down. Then second, next thing, women silhouette, tree silhouette, whichever you want. Okay. Illustrations. Please write this down. Illustration. Okay, illustrations give you the what we say the drawing kind of feel. Okay, drawing kind of feel. You can use these things if over or something like this. These are called as blobs. Okay, blobs. Okay, you can write this down, or inshallah we'll be using it in one or two classes. You can use this. These are called as blobs. Okay, blobs. Even if you want, you can write this blobs. Irregular shapes are called as blobs. Okay, illustrations. Illustration of whatever you want. For example, the hearts and or anything like that. Fine. In the photos also you will find the beautiful illustrations. Come on, see here. beautiful graphics. You can use this for the quotes flyers. Okay, quotes. You can just write beautiful quotes on this, illustrations. Fine. Okay, the next one, gold. Okay, for example, if I write gold, you can write gold backgrounds, gold borders, gold colors, gold lines. It looks very excellent with your photos, dear sisters and brothers. See here, gold backgrounds if you want to write background. You will get beautiful backgrounds with the gold feel. Okay, for example, something like this. Okay, just look at this. How beautiful it looks like, right? Gold feel. See here, you'll have so many beautiful gold backgrounds. Okay, see here, look into this designs. Look into these. Okay, you can use this over as well. For example, for this itself, if you want to use, you can break it over till here and use it. Fine, something like this. Or if you are going to use this one, you can go ahead with that. Okay, this one is excellent. You can even use this one. Okay, please write this down. Take some time over and write these things. Gold backgrounds, gold illustrations, gold borders, or something like that. You can make it as a background itself. You don't need to set images background, something like this. Okay, add it over. Next, realistic. Come on, type realistic there. Realistic. 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 You will get this realistic feel of flowers, whatever you want. You will get it over here. You can just put it over there. Okay, something like these lanterns. Okay, you can get the photos, and the photos, you have the beautiful ones. Clouds, if you want to arrange, you can use that. Okay, so the next thing is mesh. Okay, mesh would be very helpful. Come on, please try this. Mesh backgrounds, MESH. Okay, you will get mesh gradients, mesh backgrounds, mesh photos. Okay, whichever you want. Okay, mesh related. So see here, something like this if you want. You can just set images background. Okay, it looks good onto the screens. Fine, mesh related backgrounds. Fine. Next one, gradient. Gradient is known, right? You actually have seen how to create the gradient backgrounds. Gradients. Search for it. See all. Go to the photos. Okay, just see here. In this way, you can just get ahead with the gradients. Whatever you want with the gradients. If you want this color, okay, even this looks good. If you want this color, you can just go ahead and select it. Search images background. Okay, once gradient is done, write glossy. Glossy, GLOSSY. Okay, you will get some glossy finish kind of background. Okay, so they look so superb. Even something like these one replaces background. See here, all of these looks excellent. Replaces background. Okay, you can use this over if you wish to. Okay, and this way you can just go ahead with, right? Okay, the next one, glossy is over glitter. You can grab your, actually, if you want to give it a glitter feel, you can just write glitter. Please type these keywords, write these keywords. It will be very helpful for you all, okay? Glitter kind of backgrounds. You have so many, fine. Next one, rose gold, okay? This will be used. This is excellently used in invitation cards, okay? I'm telling you beforehand itself because you have to know these keywords while you're creating. Rose gold, come on, type this, rose gold kind of feel. Go to the photos, see here. All of this will be very helpful when you're going to create the invitation cards. Fine. Rose gold, set images background. Invitation cards. While you are creating invitation cards, this will be helpful. Rose gold backgrounds. See here, you'll have the stuffs like this. You can add it over here, there. I mean, something like this. You can add it as a border like this. Border your content like this. Add few more what we say flowers and some more stuffs like that. Okay, that will be explained in details while we are going to go ahead with invitation cards. Okay, rose gold. Then I want to go ahead with wavy lines. Wavy, you can just write wavy background. Okay, wavy lines, you'll get wavy kind of shapes as well as backgrounds. Fine, background photos, something like these. Fine, I can just create this, use this as a background. Okay, something like these. Okay, then holograms. Okay, holograms are used very excellently. Holograms, go ahead with this. You'll have photos here. Okay, in this pattern, for example, whichever hologram you need. For example, okay, for this, if you want to write the codes, okay, in this regard, you can write it with the holograms. Fine, hopefully you all are writing this along with me, inshallah ta'ala. So in this way, some digital copies. Okay, just go ahead and take it over. Okay, blots. There's something called as blot, B-L-O-T. Okay, there's also something called as blobs, B-L-O-B. I already told you. These are called as the blots. Okay, something like the irregular shapes. Okay, these are irregular shapes, and they can be put up like this. Okay, something like this. One thing on the background, or you can use these irregular shapes, something like these. Okay, we usually make some beautiful gradients with this. Okay, if you type blobs instead of blot, B-L-O-B-S, you can create excellent graphics with this. For examples here, blobs. We usually create the stuffs excellently with this. Flip horizontal. You can just place it over here. This one with this. Okay, colors we can change later. Fine. Color changing is also there for this. Okay, you can write your textual content inside this as well. Okay, the blobs. The next thing is arrows. You can use arrows. The next thing is shadows. If you want to give shadows to the designs, you can go ahead with the shadow. Okay, shadow pattern. Okay, the next thing is blurring up. Shadows. This shadow will be very helpful, but take a note about the shadow. Okay, then there is something called as blur also. If you want to blur some parts, you can use this blur kind of feel. Fine. And then you have something called as frames. Frames is already known. Next, you have something called as patterns, outlines. You can give the outlines for the various formats. Then you have something called as Polaroids, Polaroid frames. Okay. Yeah, something called as blobs is over. You have doodles kind of things. You have scribble kind of thing. If you want doodle, you have doodle work here. Doodle art. Okay, something like these. The scribble arts. Okay, you can even write scribble over there. Fine, scribble. Please take a note about all of this. I just want you all to create wonderful stuff using this. Okay. Okay. Tell me how many backgrounds or the name or this names you have written. Please let me know. Okay. Rest of it, inshallah, will be shared in tomorrow's session. We have so many more. Fine. We have so many more. 17, mashallah. Okay. Tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to go ahead with few more, inshallah. So these were some of the graphics that we have designed together. Fine. Okay. Okay, think that these were okay. These were so many. Fine. Okay, now you can just go ahead with any word. For example, like I'll just go ahead with any background. Okay, I'll just type background. Or you have used something called as satin backgrounds also. Please write this down. Write this keyword down. Satin background. Okay, even these satin backgrounds can be used very excellently. Satin backgrounds. Fine. And also you have something called as abstract backgrounds, texture backgrounds, neon backgrounds. Okay, you even have the neon backgrounds, comic backgrounds. Okay, neon background, abstract background, texture background, wavy background. Okay, so all of those can be good to go with. So I'll just type background. I'll take simple background. So we are going to go ahead with creating some course flyers, inshallah. And then I'll just take this blue one. Set images background. Okay, design like a pro. I just want to write design like a pro. Okay, so I'll just take some in beautiful textual content. So I'll just take this one. Okay, select somewhere else. Okay, so when you just grab this, make sure you're ungrouping it. Okay, so this does not have a group. It is not in a group, so you can just type whatever you want to. For example, just write design like a so how did we write that is design like I wrote it on one this one. I duplicated this and then I have written the pro in another spelling P-R-O. Okay, and this way. Okay, this one was made a bit bolder. Okay. So this is called as typography, wherein you are combining the textual content as well as the colors in a way that looks very appealing for the reader. And that is called as typography. Okay, make sure you're giving a beautiful typography for the content that you're creating, inshallah. So EDU-SITE presence. I've written EDU-SITE presence. Think that. Okay. Now think that this is a logo that I've taken. Okay, any logo. I'll take this white itself, add to the page. Okay. Let it be this logo. Okay. So for this logo, if you want to give any rounding, corner rounding, or if you want to give any borders, you can go ahead and give the borders. Okay. So this borders won't go well. So what do we actually do instead of going to the borders? We go to the elements and take the frame, round frame, round frame. Fine. Inside the round frames here, golden colors frames. We have so many beautiful frames. We usually select the frames and then put the images inside it. This way we actually create the beautiful shape. Okay, and this way. Design like a pro. EDU-SITE presents. Let me just write a simple text box. Onto it, I'll write presents. Okay, textual content, we fill it over and then we actually make changes to the content that is being. Okay, make sure the smaller things go smaller with the design. Okay, presents. Design like a pro. Okay, then you can just give a smaller heading, what we say, punchline, what we say. So the punchline, what was the punchline over there? The design like a pro, it was probably learn how to earn. Okay, so you can give any punchline. The textual content is not a matter. So I'm just going to show you how we actually can take hold of the borders. Go to the element, take some borders. BORDER, borders. Okay, go to see all, select beautiful bordering, see something like these. Okay, these are the beautiful borders that you can select with. Fine. Okay, make sure it's matching. If you want a particular border, you can type gold border. Okay, gold border, silver border, whatever you want. For example, this one. Okay, I'll just put this gold border itself. Flip horizontal, flip vertical. Done. Okay, it doesn't look good on this background, so I'm just changing the background. I want a gray background. Gray background. Okay, you can type the keywords wisely and then select the background. Okay, you can just select this one if you wish to. Replace background. Okay, this colors don't look good, so we'll just can go ahead with the styles and change the color. Colors is not at all a concern for us. Hopefully you know why, because we actually have something called as color palette, so you can change the colors later itself. Okay, if you have golden things on the frame, we can even add some golden backgrounds, golden colors to the image. Select the colors from the image. Fine, and this way. And now, dear sisters and brothers, you can use the labels. Okay, only these many things were used in that. Labels, simple labels. So labels, when used, for example, these shapes can be used. These shapes can be used. Okay, or else you can create your own labels. Fine. Over there, how did I do was this one. I have taken this shape over there and I have inserted it like this. Can you see that? Over here, these were the shapes. This is the shape that I have taken. Fine, this is the shape that I had taken. I have inserted it over there. Okay, you can rearrange your posts. You can just put this post over to the first and this way. I can just put it with the first one. Okay, or you can drag and drop it towards the first one. I'll just rearrange with this sign. Okay, so it's here. So now this shape, okay, this shape has this color. I want to give it a multiple color. How to do that? Hopefully you all know. Color and then settings. You can add two colors to that. Settings and then go to the gradient. You can apply two colors. One is the yellowish color you can apply, another you can apply is the golden color. So if you cannot find the golden color, I'll show you a tool. It is called as picker, color picker. This is called as color picker. I just want you all to pick this color. Go to the picker, color picker, pick the color. See here how you're picking up the color. Understood? Done. Color picker will help you to pick the colors. Got it? Finding it excellent? Yes or no? Okay, in this way you can just make sure you're adding the colors, beautiful colors. Color picker, fine? Okay, so in this way, this is the label that I've created. One label is done, and this way you can add multiple labels. Okay, the colors here is orange and yellow. I've taken over here is yellow and goldenish, fine? So whichever colors you want, this is just duplicated versions. Wherever you want, duplicate it, duplicate, and place it over. Okay, and over here, dear sisters and brothers, we have used something called as, what we say? It's called as arranging and ordering it perfectly, right? Yes, and also there is repetitions. How to repeat this? I'll show you how to repeat this content. Okay, I've used the bulletins there. Okay, you can write bullet points or bullet points. So you will find it on the graphics. Okay, whichever bullet points. This was used over here with the right click, right? Something like this was used. Okay, for these things you can change the colors over. You can use it white. Okay, so now how you are going to duplicate it? How you are going to arrange it properly? You just have to put it over here, duplicate it. Okay, see here, once after duplication, properly place it. Okay, place it one below another. Fine, then duplicate it, duplicate it. It will be placed by itself. Okay, See, in this way it will be placed and the arrangement will be perfectly done. Okay, I'm just showing you how the layout was done. That's all. Okay, this version should be duplicated. That's all. These things were duplicated and everything was textual content, because this is frequently asked question whether I'll be able to create this flyer through this course. Yes, dear sisters and brothers, more better than this you can create. Fine. This was created at first. Okay, like while launching we had created. We actually did not change anything with this. Now we could have done more better than this, but we do not have much time because we are into the volunteering works. We do not get time to change this flyers over, so we just keep it as such. So yes, sisters and brothers, you can try this over. This is quite easier. Fine. Okay. So on, I'll show you. This is one course flyer that we have created. Okay. Now we'll create one webinar flyer together. Okay. Come on, will you all try this along with me? Let's just create one webinar flyer together with me. What's the topic? It's something like webinar, right? So we'll just type in the elements webinar. Webinar. Okay. Search for the webinar. Okay. You know, you will get the ideas from this stuff. Webinar. Fine. So webinar, if you want to grab this, let me grab it over and place it here. Webinar. Okay. This webinar being conducted. So this is just an example. Fine. And then what more do we need for a webinar? You can even use live Zoom class, or you can use these stuffs. Okay, these stuffs. Fine, if you want. Let's see. Okay, let me just remove this. Let me not put okay, live webinar. Let me just put this over somewhere here or there. Okay, let me just take this Zoom also. Zoom thing also. Okay. And then let me see on the graphics what is there. Okay. So we have so many stuffs here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll take any photo of this webinar itself. Okay, now what I'm thinking of is I'll go ahead with the elements and take a frame. Okay, we'll just see if we have a proper frame to put this picture into. Okay, onto the frames, go to the frames. Fine. In the frames, we have so many beautiful frames. I'll select round frame. Okay, I'll put this round frame over here and I'll add webinar into it. Webinar into it, or else I'll add some other photo. This webinar photo doesn't look good. I'll just type webinar. I've taken a round frame and I've added this photo, any photo of a webinar, any photo of a webinar. Okay, let me just add this over instead. Okay, this photo, I can crop it over, whichever part I want, or I can go ahead with this one, whatever, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, whatever feels well, good for you, go ahead with that webinar. Okay, this is fine for me. I'll go ahead with this one. Okay, this is one such. Okay, I'll just remove this out of frame. Okay, I'll just put it in this regard, webinar. Okay, now I can draw my design my own way. So I'll just take some, what we say, I'll take some arrows. Arrows is fine. Also, I can just create some this one, or what I'll do, I'll take some curve into the graphics. Okay, I'll take this curve. I'll cross it over like this. I'll put it like this. Okay, just to give it a good feel. Okay. That is not it here. So we'll just go ahead with beautiful background, just simple background, okay? Because we have beautiful stuffs there. We'll just add some background. Okay, without the background also, that's fine. So we'll just not use the background. So we'll make use of the background from the photos itself. Okay. Then everything is textual content. So we'll just go ahead with the textual content and see. I'll take this one. Okay. Designing Islamic flyers. Okay. Let me just write it in a single line. Reduce the font size and just move it on. Designing Islamic flyers. Okay, Mishal. So if I just want to give my name here, I'll just make sure you can add the photo of the speaker, or you can add anything over. For example, I'll just write Muslima and get the graphics over. get the graphics over. For example, you can go ahead with something like this if you wish to. Okay, colors can be changed later. Or if something like techie kind of thing, you can just go ahead with tech kind of what we say feel. Okay, you can go ahead with something like this technology if you wish to. And then you can just write the speaker name. Speaker name. Mishal. You can just write speaker and then Mishal. And make sure you're adding all the stuff that is required, necessary. Okay. So you have so many stuff that are necessary in the document, right? In the creation of the flyers. I'm just showing you some ways that you can create it with. Okay. This should be bolded up. See here how you're going to arrange it? Bold it up. Okay. And see here, you have to arrange it perfectly. One, and this should be center aligned with the speaker. Okay. Okay, this is done. So this webinar, what I'll do is I'll just put it over at the start. So I'll just position it to front. Okay, I'll put it here to front and put it here. Okay, the Zoom. Okay, I can put the Zoom meeting ID. Okay, over here, I can drop a label live webinar. I can place it over here. Okay, on this, I'll make a shape, simple shape. Go to the shapes and make a simple shape. Okay, I'll put it over like this. And I'll put the Zoom link and something like that. Okay, and contact details if I want, I can just go ahead with shapes. I can create my own shape, or else I can put it over here at the bottom. Okay, and the bottom I can just create put the contact details. How to put the contact details, dear sisters and brothers? Hopefully you all know that. Yes, you just have to type the different keywords. Phone number, you just have to write phone here. Phone, search for the phone. You'll get this one. Take it. Okay, put it here. Where do you find it? You just have to write the phone number. Okay, then if you don't want a phone number, if you want any Instagram ID or Instagram this one, you can just add a Instagram logo first, and then you have to give this over. Okay, in this way you need to arrange the things over and write the textual content. Fine. Okay, now this flyer doesn't look good without colors. Go to the designs, change the colors. See here, you just can create it so beautifully with the colors. Fine. Okay, I'll just move this around over here. This is fine for me now. Okay, you can even further rotate it. Okay, colors can be changed in any way that you want. Fine. You can even use further few more aspects of editing over here. Okay, this is just a simple flyer that we have made together. Fine. I just want you all to create so much more stuffs with this, inshallah. Okay. So one final thing, inshallah, I want you all to do this along with me, inshallah ta'ala. Yes, everyone is following me. Okay, one final flyer, dear sisters and brothers. I want you all to do this along with me, inshallah. Am I audible, dear sisters and brothers? Please type in the chat box. Okay, yes, I'm audible. Okay, alhamdulillah. One final flyer, inshallah. I just want you all to do this for yourself, for me, inshallah. We are going to do this together, okay? So I just want you all to insert a beautiful, what we say, background. So you can just go ahead with the elements and a beautiful background. Okay, you can just type background. Background, and then you will have the photos, you will have beautiful background. So I'll take this background, red color looks good. I'll just replace the background. Okay, now I'll just go ahead with textual content now. Okay, because I do not have much time, I'll just take any one from this. Okay, I'll take this over. Okay, this is some other color, so I'll just make it white colored. Even this I'll make it white colored. Okay, so I'll just write graphic designing services. Make sure you're ungrouping it. Click outside somewhere. Graphic designing. Okay, graphic designing. For this I'll write service. Service. This would be a service flyer that we are creating for yourself, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, this one you have to do it for yourself, inshallah. Graphic designing service. Done. Okay, now you can write your what we say, your name, like if you are with any edits, if you are with like if you have an Instagram handle, if you want to create your own with your own logos or something like that, you can go ahead with that and create. Or you can just write graphic designing service by Mishal or by your name, or you can just write it in this regard. For example, EDU-SITE presents. I'll write it. Okay, I'll take this one. I'll add it to the page. Okay, EDU-SITE presents or something like that. You can write EDU-SITE presents a graphic designing service. Okay, so this way you can provide the service to your clients. Okay, this way. Fine. Now you just write a punchline. So to write a punchline, I'll just take a textual content. I'll just go ahead with this one itself. Okay, we do not have much time, so okay. So the punchline, let it be a bit smaller. What would be the punchline, dear sisters and brothers? Punchline usually has something like, go ahead with the chat GPT and search for the punchline. Okay, the punchline something has the okay, about your graphic designing services, like your statement will be converted into the beautiful flyers, or your vision. Okay, your vision, your vision, our passion. It can be something like this, our passion. Okay, go ahead and search in the chat GPT beautiful punchlines for the graphic designing services. Okay, you can just get beautiful ones. Fine. Usually you can use the handwriting kind of feel for this. Play pen sans. Okay, let it be this one. I'll just make it smaller. Your vision, our passion. Okay, so service, graphic designing service, your vision, our passion. Now what we can do is, now we can just write what you are going to provide service about. Okay, go to the elements, take it. So within seconds you can create these flyers, dear sisters and brothers. I'll take the label. Yeah, I'll take a label. I'll just add, make sure this label is smaller. Okay, in this label I'll write what services I'm going to give. Okay, and the next label I'm going to write why are you going to choose us, and on the next label you're going to write what is your phone number or something like that. Okay, our services, I'll just change it to the white, change it to the white, change it to the white. Okay, you can type inside this itself if you wish to. Okay, click on it and type it. Let me write our services. Okay, this content, this color is white, so I'll just make it black. Okay, so when I'm going to write here, the textual content is white, so I'll make it black. Textual content is white. I'll make it black. Textual content is white. Make it black. So our services. Our services. Or my services. What services I can provide or something like that. Okay, you can change the fonts as well. And this way. You can increase the font size. Our services. Okay, change the fonts to something beautiful. Play pen sans is fine. Bolding it up should be done. Bold it up. Okay, our services. This is fine for me. I can further shorten it if you wish to. Okay, let this be small and let me shorten this. Our services. Okay, you can write whatever services you're going to give, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, so what services are you going to give? Yes, can you all tell me? Yes, what graphic designing services are you going to provide once you're done with this course, dear sisters and brothers? What have you learned? Yes, it's kind of a slogan. Have you get the curve to edit the text? Curve shape is already explained, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, the very first service that you can go ahead with is photo editing service, right? Yes, mashallah. Photo editing service. You can use the bullets here. Please, you make sure you're using the bulletins, okay? And make sure you're left aligning it and placing it perfectly here. Photo editing service, excellent. Come on, type whatever services you're going to give, inshallah. Okay? Logo editing. Okay, then social media graphics, right? Social media graphics. Graphics. Video editing, inshallah. Course flyers, inshallah. Yes. Okay, course flyers, inshallah. Next, you're going to learn about the business cards, inshallah. You're going to learn business sales banners, business sales flyers. All of it will be explained. Just give us some time, inshallah. At the end of the course, I want you all to finish this over. Fine, give it a big bit of line spacing. This entire text does not have a line spacing, so make sure you're giving a proper line spacing. Line spacing and this spacing is over here. Make sure you're giving a proper line spacing. Okay. Photo editing service, logo editing service. Line spacing is must. Fine. Line spacing, bulletins is given. Line spacing is over here. Give this proper line spacing for the entire docs. Okay, our services. Then you can just go ahead with why chooses. Why chooses. Okay, note down some points. Why you're going to choose this. It can be fast service. Why chooses. Yes, mockup creation. Yes, you can even write that. Yes, sisters and brothers. Why choose us. Okay, there's white text here, so we'll just convert that to black. Okay, select all black. Okay, so in this way, why choose us. Make sure proper alignment. See here, am I not following the alignment principles? Yes, you just have to write it all. Fine. Okay, why choose us. Then we'll just write few more things. Okay, yes, fast. You are going to provide your service, fast service. Excellent. Simple. Yes, a simple look, and you're going to get the time efficiently. Yes, you can just write any kind of what we say important affordable pricing. Yes, affordable pricing, you can go ahead with that as well. You can write fast service provided. Okay, eye-catching content will be provided. Okay, something like that of affordable service. I want you all to fill this over, inshallah. Look into the chat GPT. Okay, you just have to type on the chat GPT. I'm going to create a flyer for graphic designing service. I want you to give me some suggestion for this. Okay, you will get it all. Okay, because yes, all of these are the services. Okay, services that you're going to provide. Okay, even audio editing service. Yes, all of these are services. Okay, this is a graphic designing service flyer, dear sisters and brothers. Service means once you're done with this course, you have to put this flyer over. Okay, flyer over to your WhatsApp groups or something like that. You will get the clients through the flyer. Fine. Okay, you have to write your name, who is providing service. Fine. For example, over here I'll write by Mishal. By Mishal. You even have to write your name, as well as you can just write some note like professional graphic designer. Okay, professional graphic designer, something like this. Okay, I've also created something for myself. Okay, I'll show you some stuffs as well, inshallah. I'll show it to you how we have created. It's all what we say created from the scratch. Fine. Okay, something like this. Or if you want to write some affordable pricing, if you want to give some discounts, you have some discount labels here. Discount labels here. Okay, if you want to store the stuffs that you have created, you can even go ahead with that as well, dear sisters and brothers. Something like discount, if you want to use this stuff, you can even go ahead with this one. Fine. Okay, you can write this. You can write early bird discount if you have something like that. Okay, let me see if it's there. Okay, if you want something like hurry up, and you will have the what we say for 5 to 6 flyers, you will get the discounts just for rupees 50. You will get 5 flyers done. Okay, you can even write that hurry up. So in that way, you can write hurry up, huge discount on the first few persons who want to get their flyers edited with us. Okay, okay, or you can just write here, get your flyers designed here. Get your designs now with us. Designs now with us. Okay, so in this way you can write, and finally you just have to mention your phone number and also the accounts wherein you have put your what we say your designs into, dear sisters and brothers. You have to. Okay, for example, if you have put your designs on any Instagram account, you can put that. Even drive link, if you have, you can put that. Or if you want to place your designs onto this frame itself, you can even do that. For example, I'll take the frames. Okay, I'll place my designs here itself. For example, in this pattern, I'll take this one. Okay, see what am I doing? I'll just add my designs to this frame itself. One design, two design, three design here. Okay, and again I'll copy this over. I'll add 3 more designs to this. Okay, from here I'll start. Okay, I'll add it perfectly below this, below this. Yes, now it's perfect. I'll just duplicate it. I'll make it like this. I'll duplicate it. I'll place it here. Okay, now I will add my designs to that. For example, this design, this design, this design. Okay, so that I can showcase my design to my client. Okay, these are the designs I've created. If you want to get your designs done, like this designs done with me, you just have to ping me here. Okay, that is called a service flyer. In this way, you can provide your service to your clients, dear sisters and brothers. See, I'm just going to place it inside these frames. Place it inside these frames. Okay, I'll just add it over here, add to the page. Okay, I'll place it inside the frame. I'll place it inside the stream. So yeah, these are the designs that I've created. Graphic designing services, your vision, our passion, our services. I can provide all of these services to you. You can choose me because I can provide the affordable rating or something like that. And then you can just write, get your designs done with us over here. And then below that, please write your phone number. So how to write the phone number? Make sure you are getting the phone number icon. Phone number. Okay. Get the icon from there. Go to the graphics. Get your icon from there. Like this. Okay. You have a phone number. Okay. Contact us. You can just put it over here or here. And you can just add the textual content to it. Got it? Hopefully you all have understood this. It can be excellently done. Yes, sisters and brothers, inshallah. Change the colors, change the color palette, and you can just add your phone numbers through this. And then this is done. I want to see beautiful photo editing services created, service flyers from you all, inshallah, after this session. Okay. Okay, I can just write some number and add it over here. Okay, something like this. Done. So this is one such flyer that was created. Fine, inshallah. Hopefully you all found this session beautiful because we have created so many beautiful backgrounds and some easy peasy kind of course flyers and webinar flyers as well as the graphic designing service flyers. Okay, this should be revised every day, inshallah, because every day you're going to learn a new skill and you're going to type new services here, inshallah. Okay, once the course is done, this must be posted on your WhatsApp stories or something like that, because through this you have to start providing services to the clients, inshallah. Okay, so with the spirit to learn more, inshallah, let's be gathered together in tomorrow's session as well. Inshallah, tomorrow you're going to learn more stuff, inshallah ta'ala. So take care of yourselves, dear sisters and brothers. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka